How's it going, guys? I'm Jacob, and today we're going to be showing you guys how to make some chocolate chip cookies. We're going to be needing 8 tablespoons of melted butter. We're going to need 1/2 cup of white sugar, 1/2 cup of light brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, about 1 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour, some baking soda, some salt, and most importantly, a lot of chocolate chips. Let's get started. First, we're going to be melting 8 tablespoons of butter. There's our butter. Let's throw it in a microwave for about 30 seconds. So here we have our butter, it's all mixed up. Next, we're gonna get 1/2 cup of white sugar. Pour that in there. Next, we're gonna go with 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Alrighty, we'll go 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Next, we're gonna crack 1 egg. Alrighty, next we're gonna move on to 1 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour. Alrighty, we got the flour in there. Next we're gonna move on to 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, just a little bit. We've got 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Measure that out very lightly. Alrighty, we got that in there. And then next, we'll go in with the chocolate chips here. Never go wrong with some chocolate chips. Now, we've got all the ingredients in there. Now it's time to mix. And we'll mix it until it's a solid form of dough. Never want to make sure it's too runny because then your cookies will be soggy, they won't cook through. So just make sure it's always in a compact form. If it's too runny and it's not compact enough, always just add more flour. Getting to the point where it's about ready. Looks a little runny, but that won't hurt anybody. We're looking good. So after you're at this consistency, about a minute of stirring is always good. Then we're gonna move on to a pan. Here we've got our pan, and then you always gotta add the cooking spray. If you don't have cooking spray, your cookies are gonna stick to the pan. You won't be able to get them off, and they're most likely to get burnt. So this is actually one of the most important parts. Just some cooking spray, just a light coat on there. We're just gonna scoop out these cookies just into ball form, about the size of a meatball. No specific way to, obviously no cookies perfectly round, so don't worry about getting them into a perfect circle, but obviously try and make it a little circular. That's why I like using the spoon the best, just because it's more round, keeps that shape together. Step that aside. Now, we've got about 7 or so cookies. We're gonna throw these in the oven here. We've got the oven preheated to 350 degrees, and then we're gonna set the oven timer for about 10 minutes. Ooh, I think I hear those cookies. Let's go check on them. These look awesome. Let's get a towel here. Just protect the table. You never want to ruin that. There you are, guys. This is how you make some of the best cookies around.